Welcome. You're listening to El Paso Gridley Titan Sports on Route 24 Radio, sponsored by American Buildings Company of El Paso, Dairy Queen of El Paso and Fairbury, Trajectory Energy Partners, and Common Grounds Cafe and Pie Shop in Gridley. EPG on Route 24 Radio is part of the Casted Media High School Sports Network, presented by the Heller Stores, Beck's Hybrids, Miller Insurance Agency, Stoller International, Bob and Ringo's Grill and Smokehouse in Pontiac, Gibson Area Hospital and Health Services, Edelman Incorporated, Bank of Pontiac, Brant, and Dave's Supermarket in Fairbury. Also on the Casa Media High School Sports Network, catch the Prairie Central Hawks on Fairbury News, the Pontiac Indians on Ion Central Illinois, Lexington on Route 24 Radio Facebook Live, and now the Eureka Hornets on the Route24Radio.com live stream. We are your home for high school sports all throughout the school year. And now, enjoy the game. We welcome you here to the Titan Center, where we have an HOIC matchup here for you here on Route24Radio.com and Ben Webster Sports on YouTube, as regular season basketball returns to El Paso, as the EPG Titans will be taking on the Fisher Bunnies. A matchup in which EPG has won every single time since 2016, as EPG will be looking to continue that streak tonight against this Bunny team, as the JV. This may be a sign of what's to come, James Webster. My name is Ben Webster, of course, James Webster alongside me. But the JV game absolutely blowing out this the Fisher Bunny JV team. Maybe a sign of what's to come in this game.
Yeah, Ben. Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Ben.
His 1,000 points mark as a part of his 24-point outing. His 1,000 points mark as a part of his 24-point outing last night in the game at Delavan. So, with Braden Hayes hitting that goal in his career, what does that mean for the rest of the team?
Well, hopefully it's some inspiration for the rest of the team, Ben. It's great for Braden. I think he will have had that in his mind too. So sometimes, you know, been wanting to score in games, particularly like that Delavan one last night, opportunity to get a good number of points. So that it takes the pressure off him a little bit. I think he knew he was always going to get there, but you know, it's just in your mind when you're close to a big landmark like that. Yeah, hopefully it's some inspiration for the rest of the team. You know, the other thing is that word gets around, people become aware of that. You know, and they're going to be wanting to make sure they can keep Braden to as few points as possible. He comes kind of a target for the opposition. So, yeah, it will be interesting to see how the game starts, how Braden comes out and plays tonight. But I would expect him to have certainly a good first half and get some another good points total on the board tonight.
And so that can be a good transition for us to go into our keys to the game, brought to you by Big Mike Jenkins of Mangold Ford in Eureka. And James, there's not really much to say when it comes to these matchups between the Titans and the Fisher Bunnies, because it's been a straightforward matchup for EPG for the past decade or so. But Fisher, they could be a dangerous team when they want to be. We saw that in the first half of the game last year in Fisher. So what will be the key to the Titans' success tonight?
Well, Ben, I think one thing that the Titans didn't do a great job of last night was playing as a kind of cohesive team unit. I think a lot of them felt like, oh yeah, we can win this game. We can take players one-on-one, and we saw a lot of that. So not a lot of passing the ball around and movement. I think coming into tonight, it's taking care of business is my key to the game. But really, that's through being disciplined and playing the way that you know you should. Not allowing an opposition who you should turn over relatively easily to get into your mind and think, oh, we can just, you know, play a little bit more relaxed or different. It's like, play your game, do what you're good at, use the opportunity to keep building, because we know there are tougher games ahead. So really that discipline and not being complacent are my keys to the game tonight, Ben.
And that was your key to the game, brought to you by Big Mike Jenkins of Mangold Ford in Eureka. A huge thank you to him for sponsoring our keys to the game, the timeouts, and the halftime during this broadcast tonight here on Route 24 Radio and Ben Webster Sports on YouTube. And James, you came over from the girls' freshman game. They're playing a fairly rare matchup for these EPG teams to be playing. They're playing normal community freshman girls tonight. Can you give us an update on what's going on in that game?
Yeah, good for the freshman girls to be getting some time on the court tonight. Just after halftime, it was 13-11 to normal community. Like you say, good opportunity to play a team we don't normally face in regular season too. You know, see some different girls on the court and just the opportunity to get some good minutes in for those freshman girls. So they were doing good, holding it close, and hopefully can have a good second half here and come out with a good result tonight for the Lady Titans.
A bit of team news for EPG. After not playing last night, Javion Maxson will be playing tonight. And what he originally told me after having a conversation with him last night is that he was planning not to be playing this game tonight and come back on Friday to play Fieldcrest, but obviously he's out there on the court right now. James, were the Titans lacking a little bit of Javion energy last night? Because you had quite a few criticisms for that Titan performance last night. What do you think Javion will bring to the table tonight?
Yeah, Ben, certainly in the first half, I thought the Titans were very flat last night, and we talked about that last night, coming off the back of the tournament. You know, you've just had a lot of games in a week, some high-pressure games. A game you think you're going to win easy, and you can come out very flat. So they did last night. Maybe lacked a little bit of the energy that Javion brings. It would have been interesting to see if it was any different, but I would expect him to bring some energy to the game tonight. I think he is limited, or trying to limit himself, as he's still on the comeback from his injury. Just limiting minutes, but he's obviously suited up tonight and ready to go. So it'll be good to see him out there playing some basketball with the boys.
And usually John Shippert, through these past few games, he's gone with a bit of a more small ball lineup. And with what we're seeing from Fisher, they don't really have like an identifiable big guy. So do you think we're going to see a similar approach from Coach Shippert tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see the starting five tonight. I would anticipate Javion probably coming into that starting five in the place of either Owen Berquist or Owen Adams potentially. Depends what he wants to do down low, but yeah, I think Coach looks like he's gone to more of a small ball. I think he's seen that we have been scoring pretty freely, and in scoring freely, I think it's something that he's enjoyed having that approach, and I think we'll see more of the same tonight, particularly looking at the lineup of the boys who are down there warming up for Fisher right now.
And so thank you, James, for his pregame insights. Of course, we'll hear from him again at halftime. We'll take a break here on Route 24 Radio and Ben Webster Sports on YouTube, as we'll have the starting lineups for you and the beginning of this game right after these commercials.
The timeouts and halftime during the game tonight on Route24Radio.com. Brought to you by Big Mike Jenkins at Mangold Ford in Eureka. He's got your keys. Thanks to Big Mike at Mangold Ford in Eureka for sponsoring our timeouts and halftime tonight on Route24Radio.com. Your home for the EPG Titans.
Stock up and save on everyday essentials like milk, bread, ground beef, and more at Dave's Supermarket. 80% lean ground beef is $4.49 a pound. Kilgus gallon skim milk is only $1.99, no limit. And Sunbeam white bread is only 99 cents a loaf. Stretch your food budget with Dave's best-selling Always Save and Best Choice branded products. Dave's Supermarket in Fairbury. Family-owned and operated, wowing customers since 1950.
Since 1949, Miller Insurance has been serving clients' insurance needs in Central Illinois. Working with many of the most reputable insurance carriers, Miller Insurance is your local source for home, auto, life, health, business, and farm insurance. With locations in Colfax, Ridley, and Bloomington, Miller Insurance is happy to serve you. Check them out at insurewithmiller.com or call 309-663-0104. Miller Insurance wishes the best of luck to the area high school teams this year. For over 70 years, Brandt has been helping growers achieve better results. They bring the very best seed, crop protection, and nutrient solutions to the farm. Through research and innovation, they help Central Illinois growers implement new practices and improve crop yield and quality. Brandt, professional agriculture. Visit brandt.co for more information.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference. Right now, in every decision, in every season.
American Buildings Company is one of the largest suppliers of custom engineered buildings in the U.S. through design, engineering, fabricating, and shipping. Builders not only trust American's quality, but also their excellence in service. With a no-layoff practice, pay-for-performance bonuses, and a culture centered around safety and teamwork, American is also viewed as a premier employer for Central Illinois. They're located at 2101 East Main Street in El Paso. American Buildings Company proudly supports the El Paso Gridley Titans.
Life too busy for your banking needs? Check out Bank of Pontiac's mobile banking app. It's convenient, secure, and easy to use. You have easy access to ATM locations, check your account balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and deposit checks. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download our Android or iPhone mobile banking app and carry your account with you everywhere you go. It's financial freedom, literally at your fingertips. Learn more at bankofpontiac.com and see how easy mobile banking really is. Bank of Pontiac, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Titans Center here in El Paso at El Paso Gridley High School as we have the EPG starting lineups as for the Titans here tonight. They go with that one change as James Webster predicted. Of course, Javion Maxson comes into the starting lineup in place of Owen Berquist. So what that means is that Braden Hayes and Siobhan Maxson start as the guard pair. And then your three forwards without an identifiable number 5 down low with Elijah Webster on the bench is Owen Berquist, Javion, and Jack Hempstead. The Titans coming into this game 10-10, and they have the chance to go above 500 for the first time since early in December of last year. As for the Fisher Bunnies, they are currently 7-12, 0-4 in the HOIC, and they have not won a regular season conference game since early December in 2022 against Ridgeview. And of course, in that conference tournament, they ended up losing to the Ridgeview Mustangs just 10 days later. As the Titans getting their starting 5 announced, of course, and Fisher's starting 5 has already been announced, of course. As we'll get that to you in just a second as EPG players getting the high fives from the Purple Rain student section as let's see who's out there for Fisher. We have number 1, Trey Grant, junior guard. You have number 2, Sean Unzinger. You have number 14, that being Logan Bayer. You have number 4, Isaac Dabney. And then rounding out the starting 5, you have number 21, Blake Green. And Owen Adams will go up against Isaac Dabney. Very much a height disparity between Dabney and Adams, and Fisher don't even go for the tip, but Owen Adams still somehow manages to lose the tip with no contest from Isaac Dabney. Maybe was caught off guard, but here is Dabney, who has a pretty unique tip-off strategy as the Titans are going to be getting the basketball. Another turnover already, or never mind, the officials changed the call as the ball came off of the foot of an EPG player. The officials will talk about it, and they will go with the call that it is Fisher basketball. 13 seconds into this game. Dabney will inbound, gets it into Trey Grant. Grant gonna get it to number 14, Logan Bayer, and he is gonna go out of bounds. So it will be, it was tipped out of bounds by an EPG player, so it will stay with the Bunnies for the moment, as here's Bayer up top. Bayer driving inside, tries to get the backdoor cut in for Grant, and it is stolen away, and Jack Hempstead at the other end lays it up and in. If Fisher are going to have any success in this game, they're going to likely have to keep up with this Titan offense, scoring 60 in their last 5 games. As driving inside is Grant, and it's stolen away by Chavon. Chavon, Braden Hayes with an easy layup. Braden Hayes, of course, hit 1,000 points for his career last night in the road win at Delavan, giving Titans their second win on the bounce. As here is Unziger with a corner three for Fisher, and he knocks it down, and Fisher's on the board just over a minute into this one. And now here's Braden Hayes. Hayes dribbling around. Outside to Javion in the corner. Javion just inside the arc, goes back out, finds Siobhan. Siobhan driving to the free throw line, gets it down low to Owen Adams. Adams gets it outside. Javion pump fakes, gets it over to Jack Hempstead. Now Braden Hayes in the corner, coming off a screen by Hempstead. Now he's double teamed. Now Owen Adams driving inside. Adams puts it up through contact, and he manages to get it to rattle in. Owen Adams gets his first bucket. He had 9 points last night in the win over Delavan. And now he gets his first scoring contribution here tonight. So here's Bayer here for Fisher. Bayer looking around, is going to get it out here to Isaac Dabney. Dabney, crossover, guarded by Javion. Dabney puts up the contested shot, no good. Ball is now loose off the rebound, and now it's picked up by Dabney again, and Fisher will have a second crack at this possession. Now it's Sean Unziger, who has scored the first 3 points of the game here for Fisher. Grant, jumper, can't get it to go, rebound by Owen Adams. Now here comes Braden Hayes the other way. Hayes gonna hand it off to Javion. Javion gonna get it to Jack Hempstead. Hempstead back outside to Braden Hayes. Hayes guarded up close by Unziger, and now a wide open three for Javion is knocked through. Javion Maxson gets his first 3 points of the night. And the Titans lead 9-3 within the opening 3 minutes. Is down inside here for Fisher. It's a wide open layup for Blake Green. And that will cut the Titan lead to 4, 9-5. As 3 minutes gone here in this opening quarter. Siobhan loses it. Braden Hayes gets it back. Hayes puts it up, and he'll be fouled on the ground. So the Titans will have it out of bounds. And so that foul going against Sean Unziger. And now a sub coming in here for the Bunnies as Levi Hurley checks in here for Fisher. And that will send Blake Green to the bench. Hempstead, miscommunication with Owen Adams. So that goes out of bounds, and it'll be a Titan turnover. So Sean Unziger bringing it up here for the Fisher Bunnies, leading 9-5. As here is Isaac Dabney. Dabney looking around, looking for somewhere to go. Titans playing fairly high up in relative to, there's nobody really down low in the paint defensively. Now there is, as here, driving inside here is Bayer, and his pass back to Grant, stolen away by Siobhan. Now Javion the other way for EPG. Gets it to Owen Adams. Adams moving inside. Owen Adams puts it up, can't get it to go. Good box out there by number 13, Levi Hurley. And now here comes Unziger the other way. Unziger layup, can't get it to go. Tip back outside for Bayer. 3 on its way from Trey Grant is no good. And Owen Adams hauls in the rebound. Now Braden Hayes the other way. Hayes spot up 3 off the mark. And the rebound goes to Bayer. 3:50 remaining here in the opening quarter. Titans leading 9-5 over the Fisher Bunnies. As here's Unziger. Dabney fakes the 3, gets it up top to Bayer. Bayer driving inside. Bayer puts up the layup, can't get it to go. Another rebound goes the way of Owen Adams. Now here comes EPG the other way. Braden Hayes pump fakes the 3, driving inside, kicks it back out. Javion. Now here's Jack Hempstead inside to Owen Adams. Adams back outside. Siobhan, contested 3, doesn't matter. Siobhan knocks in the 3, and a timeout called by John Shippert. As EPG lead 12-5 with 3:18 remaining here in quarter number 1. Not the start that John Shippert will be hoping for, but he'll be happy with the 7-point lead for the moment as the Titans leading the Bunnies by 7.
Every day, every single day, you hear about identity theft, whether it's on the radio, in the newspapers, on TV, or online. Now's the time to start protecting yourself with Bank of Pontiac's ID Theft Smart. It's the smart choice for safeguarding your identity. Protection, detection, restoration. ID Theft Smart at Bank of Pontiac is an easy and affordable way to obtain credit monitoring and identity restoration services that give you peace of mind. Stop by any Bank of Pontiac location to sign up for ID Theft Smart, the smart choice for safeguarding your identity. Member FDIC.
So Fisher have it out of the timeout, and Elijah Webster and Owen Berquist checks in here for EPG in place of Owen Adams and Jack Hempstead. So here's Hurley, gets it back to Grant, 3 on its way, comes up short. OB hauls in the miss. Now here's Braden the other way, gets it to OB, back out to Hayes. Braden Hayes, a 3 off the mark. And that will just go out of bounds. Fisher basketball. This Fisher team, of course, led by Doug Ingold in his 6th season here with the Bunnies, and his first 4 seasons, I should say, all had under 10 wins, and we're going to get an offensive foul against Fisher. But as I was saying about Doug Ingold, it's been a fairly rough start to his coaching career here at Fisher. So he has just a 34-109 record, as Fisher have been at the bottom of the barrel in the IHSA in the past few years. As here is Owen Berquist, gets it here to Chavon Maxon, outside to Braden Hayes. 2:35 remaining here in the opening quarter. 12-5 lead for EPG. Elijah Webster, floater, no good. Rebound by Chavon. Now it's back to Elijah Webster. This time he gets it to go. Elijah Webster with the layup puts the Titans up by 9. 14-5 lead, as here's Trey Grant here for the Bunnies. Grant gets it back. And now we have a new Bunny in the game. Andrew Todd is in. Todd driving inside to the corner. Hurley, a jumper. Air ball picked up by Chavon Maxon, who will speed it the other way. Chavon is going to attack the rim. Chavon gets it up through contact. No foul, but a miss. And Dabney forwards it to Unziger, and blocked off the glass by Chavon, but it's a goaltend. That looked like LeBron James in the 2016 finals in Game 7, but his timing on that was just a little bit off, Chavon Maxon. 14-7 lead here for EPG here in the opening quarter. So here's Javion. Javion waiting for Braden Hayes to come around off the double screen. Hayes now has it, puts up the floater inside and knocks it down. Braden Hayes with the bucket for EPG, as the Titans leading 16-7. 80 seconds left here in this opening quarter. So here is Hurley backing down Webster as Hurley puts it up. No good. Rebound by Elijah Webster. Now bringing it the other way, here is Javion. Javion back outside to Chavon. Chavon looking around. Chavon taking it inside, puts it up through contact, puts it in, plus the foul. And the Titans take a double-digit lead here in the opening quarter as Chavon Maxon ups his total to 5 in the game. Andrick Shippert will check in for Javion. So that foul will be going against Isaac Dabney, team first, or personal first, team third in the quarter here for Fisher. Chavon's free throw is good. Chavon Maxon up to 6 here in this first quarter. Titans leading 19-7, under a minute to play here in the opening quarter. Dabney deep 3, can't get it to go. Rebound goes the way of Grant. Grant puts up the jumper and it spins in. And Fisher cut the lead to 10, 19-9. Here's Chavon, gets it to OB. OB spinning inside, kicked it back out to Chavon. Now to Elijah Webster at the free throw line. He'll look to attack. Webster puts it up and in. Elijah Webster now with 4 points off the bench. 21-9 lead for the Titans here in the last 22 seconds, as the floater is no good from Andrew Todd. Rebound by Shippert, as here's Braden Hayes at the other end with 15 seconds left. Braden Hayes gonna come off the screen set by Webster. Braden Hayes with a downtown shot, no good. Rebounded by Grant with 7 seconds. Here's Unziger. Fakes out Braden Hayes on the attack to the rim, but he misses. Chavon has to put it up. He does it. The buzzer. Oh, that was close. But the Titans go in to the end of the quarter, leading 21-9. And Javion Maxson thought he was heading to the locker room. Turns out he just had to spit into the trash can, as that's something to keep an eye out for. Chavon Maxson moving the trash can over towards where the pep band is. Keep an eye out on that. But EPG leads 21-9 over the Fisher Bunnies at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back after this.
Hey DQ fans, do you want access to exclusive deals? Then download the DQ app and sign up for the DQ rewards today. Not only will you have access to new deals every week, but you can earn DQ points to redeem on your fave eats and treats. The DQ app makes ordering and earning free DQ food just a click away. Plus, you can stay up to date on the latest flavors and easily order your faves with one-click reordering. Just place an order in the DQ app or scan your phone at the register to start earning delicious rewards. Only at DQ in Fairbury and El Paso. Happy tastes good.
Welcome back here to the Titans Center as EPG up by 12 at the end of 1, and there are 5 to come into the second quarter as Braden Hayes takes to the benches. Jack Hempstead, Chavon Maxson, Endrick Shippert, Owen Bergquist, and Elijah Webster. As Chavon will bring this up, EPG starting the second quarter with the basketball. As here is Owen Bergquist up top here to Endrick Shippert. Chavon Maxson had the option to take a wide-open 3, decides not to shoot it. Now here's Owen Bergquist, finds Chavon. Chavon will look around, scanning the floor, gets it here to Endrick Shippert. Now here is Jack Hempstead to Owen Bergquist. Bergquist driving inside, goes behind the back, loses it, and picked up by the Bunnies. And here comes Andrew Todd the other way. Pass is tipped out of bounds by Jack Hempstead, and it will be Bunny basketball. So it will be Isaac Dabney here to inbound here for the Bunnies. Trailing 9-21 here to the EPG Titans, looking to go above 500 for the first time since early December. So here is Unziger up top, as he is going to look around, gets it to Todd. Now here's Bayer. Bayer here for Fisher, gets it to Dabney, puts up a long floater, can't get it to go. Ball tipped around, one back here by Fisher. Todd is going to try and bank in the 3, doesn't. Bayer puts it up and in on the 3rd attempt. Rebounding for EPG as of late has not been good, but Owen Bergquist at the other end. He grabs his own miss, his own miss again, and then tips it up and in. 3rd time's a charm on that possession for Owen Bergquist, and the Titans restore their 12-point lead at 23-11. As here is Todd. Todd driving inside, kicks it out, and we're going to have this pass deflected. It will be out of bounds, and it will be Fisher basketball still. A couple changes coming in for both teams as Javion and Braden Hayes checks in for Chavon and Owen Bergquist. Meanwhile, Trey Grant and Silas Dabney checks in here for Fisher, and Silas will be getting this basketball. Silas coming in for Isaac Dabney, presumably brothers here on this Fisher team, is Trey Grant with the pull-up jumper, and he gets it to go. Braden Hayes bringing it the other way here for EPG. Hayes gonna drive inside, kicks it back out to Javion. Javion looking to attack, gets it to Endrick Shippert. Shippert going to try and find his way to the rim. Shippert stuck on the baseline, kicks it back out to outside the arc for Javion. The finger roll is no good. Rebounded by Andrew Todd, who will attack the rim at the other end. He lobs it up, and it is no good from Bayer. Now here comes Javion, who had a fast break option. Decides not to attack the rim aggressively as Jack gets it to Jack Hempstead. That's no good. Jack Hempstead on the 2nd attempt is good. And a timeout called by Doug Ingold. He'll take a 30-second timeout, and will take a 30-second timeout here on Route 24 Radio. Titans leading 25.
Stoller International has been serving the Central Illinois farming community since 1935. It continues to do so today with 5 locations. They are the dealership that service builds, providing Case IH, Kubota, JCB, Kinsey, Bobcats, Woods, McDon, and many other brand name pieces of equipment to their customers. Along with new equipment, they also offer a wide range of used high-quality equipment. All 5 of the locations offer a full-service parts and sales department. Stop in your local Stoller International store today to see how they can help you.
Welcome back to the Titan Center at El Paso Gridley High School, where the EPG Titans are currently leading the Fisher Bunnies 25-13 with 5:34 remaining here in this first half. As bringing this up here for the Bunnies will be Trey Grant. And Fisher, they're not in a bad position necessarily. They just need to start hitting more shots and get more rebounds. As Grant puts up a 3, and that's good. Trey Grant from downtown for Fisher. He's up to 7 points, the leading scorer here for Fisher. So here's Javion, gets it over here to Hempstead. Hempstead inside to Braden Hayes. Hayes, post move, puts it up and in, plus the foul. Braden Hayes with 5:01 left here in this first half puts the Titans up 27-16 and will have the chance to complete the 3-point play with this free throw, and he's up to 6 points himself, Braden Hayes. As that foul goes against Andrew Todd, team first of the quarter, second for him as he heads to the bench. As Braden knocks in the free throw, Owen Adams will check in momentarily here for EPG. Trey Grant with the step back, gets it here to Silas Dabney. Now up top is Sean Unzicker. Unzicker driving inside. He's going to try and get the pass back outside, but stolen by Javion. And his pass was tipped, but he wins it back himself. Braden Hayes in the corner, lobs it into Elijah Webster, who will back down Blake Green, and Elijah Webster couldn't get the layup to go. And the skip pass toward the other end, stolen by Andrick Shipper, who takes a tumble, and Unziger wins it back, who floats it up and in off the glass. And Fisher cut the lead back down to 10. 28-18 is the score. 4:13 remaining here in the second quarter. Here is Braden Hayes. Gets it here to Jack Hempstead. Now Braden Hayes in the corner. Braden Hayes driving inside, floats it up, no good. Elijah Webster comes down with it, puts it up and in, plus the harm. Elijah Webster putting in the bucket. He's now up to 6 points tonight off the bench. And Elijah Webster now has the chance of a 3-point play. As Blake Green will head to the bench as Levi Hurley checks back in. Andrick Shipper will be coming out of the game. Chavon checks in. And Owen Adams will be coming in for Elijah Webster as he knocks down the free throw to make it a 3-point play. And Elijah Webster heads to the bench, tied as EPG's leading scorer with 7. He also has 3 rebounds. Elijah Webster does. As here's Unziger. Gets it to Grant. Grant also with 7 points in this game, 5 of them in the second quarter. Grant gonna back this up here to find Bayer. Now Hurley back up top to Unziger. He also has 7. Unziger, Grant, 3 is going to find its way in. Trey Grant single-handedly keeping the Bunnies in this game. As here is Javion, gets it here to Braden Hayes. Hayes backing up, being guarded by Unziger. Coming off the screen from Owen Adams. Kick to the corner for Chavon, who will drive inside. Chavon back out to Javion. Javion, step back jumper is good. Javion Maxson knocks down the jumper. And he is now up to 5 points here in this game. And the Titans leading 33-21. 3 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Grant is going to get this to Unziger. Unziger is going to be guarded by Braden Hayes here. Unziger backing down. What a pass inside to find Bayer, who is going to be fouled inside, and the Bunnies will have it on the baseline. 2:47 remaining here in this first half. 33-21 lead as Javion comes out of the game, and Sam Starter checks in here for EPG. Sam Starter got some minutes toward the end of the game last night is Trey Grant knocks down another three. He's on fire, Trey Grant, here in this game. He has 13 in this first half. Now here's Chavon rather, here for EPG. Javion's on the bench. Chavon Maxon here for the Titans, and he's going to be fouled by Trey Grant as he was guarding Chavon up close, and he gets called for a shove. And so Grant going to be called for his first personal foul. Team third of the quarter as Owen Berquist will come in for Jack Hempstead. As OB to inbound. Gets it into Starter. Sam Starter here for EPG, up by 9 with 2:20 remaining here in the first half. Starter's pass received by OB. Up top to Braden Hayes, contested three, no good. Owen Adams grabs the miss. Owen Adams loses it, and it will be Fisher basketball. As here comes the Fisher Bunnies the other way. As bringing it up here is Isaac Dabney. Dabney here for the Bunnies. Dabney gets it inside here to Bayer. Three up top by Grant, in and out. Rebound, it is going to be tipped around. Owen Adams couldn't haul it in. Unziger gets it back. Unziger gets it out here to Dabney. Isaac Dabney drives inside. Layup is no good. Elijah Webster set to check in for the Titans as Chavon brings it the other way. And he's going to be fouled. It will be a block against Bayer. As Logan Bayer, the guard, the sophomore forward here for Fisher, is going to pick up his second foul, team fourth of the quarter. And Elijah Webster presumably about to check in for Owen Adams after this first free throw. Titans only leading 33-24. Chavon, first free throw, in and out. And Elijah Webster, of course, checking in for Owen Adams, just as I predicted. And Blake Green checking in for Logan Bayer. And Javion Maxon also checks in for Sam Starter here for EPG. As Chavon, with his second free throw after missing the first, puts it in. Titans lead 34-24. Fisher not exactly out of this game as that pass from Unziger goes off the backboard. Three from Green is no good. Green puts up the floater, no good. Elijah Webster hauls in the rebound. Now here comes Chavon the other way. Chavon drives inside, goes back up outside the arc. Now Braden Hayes looking to attack the rim. Hayes up and under, puts it up and in. Braden Hayes now up to 9 here in this first half. Titans lead 36-24. A minute 7 remaining here in the half. Grant over, behind the back, gets it out, and a three is going to be no good. Grant with the fadeaway jumper will be fouled by Braden Hayes, and Trey Grant is going to head to the free throw line. He's scored 11 in the second quarter and has 13 overall here in the game. 54.5 left in the half as Braden Hayes picks up his first, team second of the quarter. First free throw from Grant is good. Gets himself up to 14, and he has scored 14 of the 25 Fisher points here in this first half. He's been keeping them in it. Free throw by Grant, and he goes 2 for 2. Javion will bring it up with 52 seconds left here in the first half. Javion looking to attack, and we're going to get a foul against Fisher, and that will send EPG to the free throw line as Fisher are now in the penalty. As Grant will pick up his second foul of the game. Of course, the team fifth as Fisher now in the penalty. As every foul for the rest of the quarter from Fisher, except offensive fouls, will send EPG to the free throw line as Javion will knock down the first one. And will put the Titans up 37-26 with 48.1 to go here in this first half. Second free throw forthcoming for Javion, and he knocks it through. So checking in here for the Bunnies, we're going to see Silas Dabney come in and Blake Green head to the bench with 45 seconds remaining, and the Titans going with a 1-3-1 zone on defense. As here's Isaac Dabney. Gets it here to Sean Unziger. Back to Dabney. Isaac gets it here to Sean Unziger. And he's going to have it stripped loose by Braden Hayes. And Hayes is going to take it to the rack and score. Braden Hayes now with 11 with 20 seconds left. Titans leading 40-26. As here is Isaac Dabney, and Owen Berquist almost stole that away, but he was out of bounds. And so it will be Fisher basketball, 15.1 to go here in the second quarter. Inbounding is Green, gets it to Unziger. And they're going to overload the left side, and with 11.2, we get a timeout called by Doug Ingold, and and Fisher will take a 30-second timeout. So with EPG leading 40-26, Braden Hayes, of course, leading the scoring as always for the Titans with 11. Elijah Webster has pitched in well with 7 points and also 7 points. In fact, Elijah Webster and Siobhan Maxon have the exact same stat line. 7 points, 4 rebounds, no fouls to their name. There's Owen Adams, who started down low tonight. He's struggled a fair bit, but luckily he has Elijah Webster behind him to back him up in terms of depth down low and vice versa. 10 seconds left as here is Green, gets it to Dabney in the corner. 6 seconds left for Fisher, and that pass is too high. And EPG will have the final shot attempt with 3.8 left in the half. So, Owen Berquist into Javion. Javion is going to shoot it himself at the buzzer, and it is no good. Comes up just short at the half. As Javion couldn't get it to go, but EPG lead 40-26 at the half. And it's been a very good offensive first half, but defensively, running up 26 to this Fisher team is going to raise a bit of question marks about the defensive state of this Titan team, but that's something that could be easily fixed as the Titans going into the half looking to get their 11th win of the year and their 5th win in conference play this season. And so James Webster will be back on the mic to break this first half down for us here from that first half. It is 40-26, Titans leading at the break.
Gibson Area Hospital Elite Sport and Fitness, sport enhancement, personal training, and general fitness programs. Customized training programs designed by our certified training staff offer encouragement for crushing your fitness goals. Affordable memberships for all ages and fitness levels. Sign up for a wide variety of exciting fitness classes. Follow GAH Elite on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Locations in Gibson City, Paxton, Fairbury, and Cissna Park. Call 217-784-2045 for details.
I'm Colleen Callahan with Trajectory Energy Partners, the leading Illinois-based community solar developer. Lease your land for solar and generate predictable income. Support your community and protect your land for the next generation. Trajectory Energy Partners will be on the ground with you from the very beginning, making the solar development process straightforward. Visit www.trajectoryenergy.com and start farming the sun today.
Stoller Trucking LLC continues to grow and currently runs 75 trucks and non-hazard tanker freights and dry box freights. They attribute the success to exceptional drivers and loyal customers. Stoller Trucking came from humble beginnings, a solid work ethic, and determination. They wish EPG the best of luck this year. Stoller's headquarters are in Gridley at 102 South Ford Street. Call 309-450-3998 or email info@stollertrucking.com.
It's time to take a break in the action. While the players get a break, rest assured the team at Heller Stores are continuing to work around the clock for you. At Heller Ford and Heller Chevrolet GMC in El Paso and Heller Motors in Pontiac, their game is to find you the right vehicle at the right price. Their fully trained staff will be prepared to provide you with the best car buying experience. So while you wait for the action to return, check out HellerStores.com and begin your Heller experience that starts with great selection, great prices, and ends with great customer service. Heller Ford, Heller Chevrolet GMC, and Heller Motors. Shop online at HellerStores.com.
And so we welcome you here to the halftime report here at the Titan Center as EPG leading the Fisher Bunnies 40-26 at the half. James Webster, of course, back on the mic. And James, What do you think? What do you think of that first half?
Yeah, Ben, overall I thought it was a good first half by the Titans. Better than yesterday by quite some way. Looking to move the ball around, looking to find each other, finding some good passes, sharing the scoring out through the half there. So, like you mentioned at halftime, there's 40 points on the board, which 40 points in a half of basketball is good offense. Defense may be lacking a little bit, but we've got to give some credit to, is it Trey Grant?
Trey Grant.
Trey Grant, who has had certainly a fantastic second quarter there, hitting 3 threes, I think, and a couple other shots along the way. So, some credit to him and some credit to this Fisher team. They're fighting hard, but ultimately, I think the Titans have just got too much quality for them in this game and are going to come out on top. But it's just good to see a better all-round performance so far from the Titans.
And the bench has certainly done a good job tonight, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing that we've said over the last couple of weeks, Ben, that all of a sudden the Titans have got a little bit of depth. One, in terms of the number of players they can bring off the bench, but also, the experience that's there. Earlier in the season, having to pull up some JV players, not a great deal of experience either on the floor or on the bench. So great to see the Titans now having experience, being able to rotate players. The bench has had a good impact tonight and the opportunity to rotate. Really good to see Sam Starter out there for a little bit of time in the first half too, as he continues his comeback from his injury.
But the one problem you have to say, James, and it's quite obvious that the one flaw to the Titans game tonight has been defense. I mean, with 26 points on the board for Fisher, it's certainly not what you would have expected from a defensive standpoint in this game.
Yeah, Ben, I found this really interesting because I would say that the Eureka game last week was the Titans' best defensive performance of the season by far. We came off, they shut down Eureka in the first half. Eureka didn't know what to do. They had nowhere to go. Since then, we've kind of transitioned into more of this kind of small, faster breakaway basketball, which is great for scoring points, and we're outscoring the opposition. I think in doing so and in going for those fast breaks and those additional points, I think the Titans are leaving more gaps on defense, which is fine if you're going to outscore your opposition. But in games where you're going to come up against tougher opposition, you need to make sure that your defense is still going to be pretty tight. So interesting trade-off. Interesting just to see the style of play right now, and we'll see how it continues as tougher opposition comes ahead in the next couple of weeks.
But from an offensive standpoint, John Shippert will definitely be saying to the guys in the locker room more of the same, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the flip side to that coin, Ben. We've seen more of a free-flowing offense, more of the opportunity to get all of the scoring weapons that we've got on the floor, scoring points, and that's a great place to be when you've got a lot of your point scorers able to be free and get to the basket and keep that scoreboard ticking over for their own confidence and for the confidence of the team. So overall, I think, it's more of the same from the offense, and see if we can add a little bit of discipline and tighten up the defense.
And what are your final thoughts before the beginning of the second half, James?
Final thoughts, I think all around good performance so far. I think we'll see a good amount of some of the rest of the bench players in the second half, so it'll be good to get them some minutes and see how they get on here in the second half. So, yeah, looking forward to another half of basketball.
Thank you, James, as always, for your halftime contribution. And now we'll take a look at some of the statistics from the first half here on both sides of the ball. We'll actually start with Fisher this time, as Trey Grant had 15 points and a couple of rebounds in that first half. Sean Unziger had 7 points, 3 boards. Isaac Dabney had no points, but he did have a rebound. Logan Bayer had 2 points, 4 boards here for the Bunnies. Blake Green had just 2 points, and Andrew Todd had only a rebound. Meanwhile, on the EPG side, Siobhan Maxim with 7 points and 4 rebounds. Elijah Webster likewise with 7 points and 4 boards. Braden Hayes with 11 points, no boards for him. Owen Adams, 2 points, 4 rebounds. Jack Hempstead with 4 points and a rebound. Javion Maxson also had 7 points for EPG. Owen Berquist, to round off the stats, he had 2 points and 3 rebounds. Or, I'm wrong about that. Andrick Shippert did sneak in a rebound in that first half, as we're about 2 minutes out from the beginning of the second half, as we'll take a quick break here on Route 24 Radio and Ben Webster Sports on YouTube.
This is a special message from Edelman Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, Electric, and Solar. Right now, Edelman is offering a free air purifier valued at $950 with the purchase of a new HVAC system. Whether you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or both, now is a perfect time to upgrade your comfort and improve your home's air quality. Edelman's expert technicians install and service all makes and models, ensuring your home stays efficient, clean, and comfortable all year long. For peace of mind and professional results, call Edelman at 309-213-9644.
Next Level Fitness and Wellness is a brand new 24-hour facility in Gridley offering strength training, cardio equipment, group fitness, personal training, and infrared sauna and massage therapy. It's a clean, safe, and encouraging atmosphere if you're just starting out or are a seasoned athlete. Make this your next level. 310 West Gridley Road, Route 24. Visit them on Instagram, Next Level Gridley.
Stock up and save on everyday essentials like milk, bread, ground beef, and more at Dave's Supermarket. 80% lean ground beef is $4.49 a pound. Kilgus gallon skim milk is only $1.99, no limit. And Sunbeam white bread is only 99 cents a loaf. Stretch your food budget with Dave's best-selling Always Save and Best Choice branded products. Dave's Supermarket in Fairbury. Family-owned and operated, wowing customers since 1950.
Welcome back here to the Titan Center. As for those who were listening on the Route 24 radio live stream, we're trying to get that fixed. Right now we're running into a technical roadblock, so we'll begin the second half with just a YouTube live stream. As here is Trey Grant. He has had 15 points in that first half. He was the leading scorer, of course, for the Fisher Bunnies, as we're going to get an offensive foul inside against Fisher. Or it actually goes out of bounds against Fisher. So Javion Maxson will bring this up here for EPG. Of course, the starting 5 on the floor for the Titans. As here is Chavon Maxson. Chavon scanning the floor, gets it to his brother Javion. Braden Hayes driving in from the corner. Braden is going to put up the jumper, and he gets it to roll in. And the Titans lead 42-26 to begin the second half. Here's Grant. Grant inside as Green has his shot blocked by Owen Adams. And here comes Javion the other way here for EPG. Javion driving in. Javion lays it up and in. Javion Maxson puts the Titans up 44-26. And a timeout called by Doug Ingold, as he wants to talk things over with his team, and we'll take a break. Just over a minute gone here in the third quarter.
It's time to take a break in the action. While the players get a break, rest assured the team at Heller Stores are continuing to work around the clock for you. At Heller Ford and Heller Chevrolet GMC in El Paso and Heller Motors in Pontiac, their game is to find you the right vehicle at the right price. Their fully trained staff will be prepared to provide you with the best car buying experience. So while you wait for the action to return, check out HellerStores.com and begin your Heller experience that starts with great selection, great prices, and ends with great customer service. Heller Ford, Heller Chevrolet GMC, and Heller Motors. Shop online at HellerStores.com.
Welcome back here to the Titan Center. 6:58 is on the game clock, and that's what's left here in this third quarter. Is Fisher, not the best start to the second half for them. They've let up 2 straight baskets, and apparently that was enough for Doug Ingold to call a timeout and try and get things sorted. Of course, Fisher have not beaten EPG since 2016. And every matchup since then between these two sides, EPG, of course, has taken the victory in. As here is Green driving inside. Blake Green backing down Owen Adams, but his shot is no good. Rebounded by Jack Hempstead. and brought forth by Javion Maxson. 1:20 gone here in the third as here's Javion. Backs it up here to Chavon Maxson. Braden Hayes in the corner. Pump fakes the three. Gets it inside to Owen Adams, and we're going to get a foul here against Blake Green. As Blake Green is going to be called for his first personal foul. Team first of the quarter here for Fisher as Jack Hempstead fakes the handoff to Braden Hayes. Takes it in himself and scores. Jack Hempstead, he's going to get his 6th point of the night here for the Titans as here's Trey Grant driving inside. Grant going up and under, and his layup is no good. Rebounded by Chavon. Now here's Javion. Javion with the Euro step, and he's going to draw the foul, and he can't quite get it to go, so 2 free throws forthcoming here for Javion. Javion looking to get himself into the double digits tonight, which will be the straight game which Javion has appeared in which he scored double digits points, which he can't get the first free throw to go. Keeps the score at 46-26. Just under 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Javion up to double digits tonight. He had a double-double on the weekend against Lexington with 17 points, 10 assists. Now he's up to double digit in terms of points tonight, and we're going to get a foul as Fisher, we're bringing up the other end. Foul goes against Jack Hempstead, his 2nd, team first of the quarter. So Sean Unziger to rebound, or inbound rather. Gets it into Isaac Dabney. He'll be double teamed right away, and Javion almost steals it away. Now there's a coming together between Fisher players, and now here comes Jack Hempstead at the other end. He lays it up and in. Javion was wanting a lob. As here is Unziger driving inside, and here is a 3, and it is good. From Isaac Dabney, cuts the lead to 20, and we're going to get an official's timeout as it looks like Isaac Dabney has some blood. And obviously, the officials stopped the game as 2 of the officials are consulting with Isaac Dabney. And Dabney's going to have to come out of the game and get looked at by the athletic trainer. So a bit of a stoppage in the game as Logan Bayer will be checking in here for the Fisher Bunnies. Isaac Dabney is just going to be on the bench for now. And I'm sure he'll come back into the game at some point as there's a coming together in which the ball was the only thing in between the Fisher players from colliding. And then that would have been a disaster. As here's Javion getting it to Braden Hayes. Hayes spinning, takes it to the rim, misses the floater, and the rebound goes the way of Blake Green. He'll bring it the other way. Green, his pass tipped out of bounds, or not tipped actually, as it'll be EPG ball. Elijah Webster will check in for Owen Adams, and Levi Hurley will check in here for Blake Green. Javion bringing it up here for EPG. Just under 3 minutes gone here in this third quarter. So here's Braden Hayes, puts up a 3, can't get it to go. Rebound brought in by Hurley, or that's Bayer rather, as here comes Unziger, pull up with a 3, and it is good. Cuts the lead to 17. 49-32 lead for EPG now, as here is Javion, bringing it the other way. Javion gets it to the free throw line for Webster, who puts up the jumper, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Logan Bayer. Unziger, his foul is going to be put off the foot of Braden Hayes, and Owen Berquist checks in for Jack Hempstead. 4:38 left here in the third quarter. It'll be Unziger to inbound, and he gets it into Bayer. Bayer, hand off to Unziger. Guarded by Braden Hayes. Kick to the corner. A three from Grant. No good. Rebound by Webster. Now here comes Chavon the other way. Chavon. Kick for Braden. Or here is a wide open jumper for Owen Berquist. That's no good. Rebounded there by Trey Grant. Here is Grant at the other end. Isaac Dabney set to come back in as here's Braden Hayes. Hayes with an easy layup. Braden Hayes now with 15 in the game. So we're halfway through quarter number 3 as Unziger's going to be double teamed right away as he comes across half court. Here is Grant. Gets it up top. Unziger fakes the three. Dribbles to the side. And we're going to get a foul down low. And that foul going against Javion Maxson as Isaac Dabney going to come in with quite a visible piece of tissue stuck up his nose to contain the bleeding in which he suffered earlier. So here is Dabney. Isaac Dabney is going to get this here to Grant. Grant puts it up. No good. Rebound by Chavon. Here comes Chavon the other way. Chavon driving inside. He's going to try and get it to Webster, and we get a foul. And Chavon was fouled on the ground, and now the officials will talk about it, and it's a shooting foul. Chavon rather, was in the motion of shooting as he was fouled. And now Chavon will be shooting 2 free throws, and Andrick Shippert will check in momentarily. Chavon hits the first free throw as Andrick Shippert checks in for Javion. Titans back up by 20 as Chavon is now up to 8 points and 6 rebounds here in the game. So here's free throw number 2 here for Chavon. And he gets it to go. Titans lead 53-32. 3:25 remaining here in the third quarter. So here is Isaac Dabney. Dabney guarded by Andrick Shippert. Handoff here to Unziger. Unziger driving inside. Kicks it back out. Is Bayer driving inside. Gets it to Hurley. Back out. 3 from Dabney, and it's no good. Rebound by Braden Hayes. Now here comes Chavon. Chavon backs up. Gets it to Owen Berquist. Here's Braden Hayes. Hayes looking around, looking to take it to the rim. Comes up short. Rebounded by Trey Grant. Under 3 to go here in the third quarter as Trey Grant takes it inside. He puts it up. He's fouled. And 2 free throws coming up here for Trey Grant. Is that foul going against Braden Hayes? Second personal for Braden. Team third of the quarter for EPG. Braden Hayes getting an explanation from one of the officials. Braden Hayes, the speaking captain for this Titan team. His first free throw was good from Grant. 53-33 now the score. And let's see the second free throw here for Fisher to get it within 20, and he scores. And Silas Dabney checks into the game in place of Trey Grant, who goes 2 for 2 from the line. Now Chavon will bring it up here for EPG, and your Titan 5 on the floor is Chavon, Owen Berquist, Elijah Webster, Andrick Shippert, and Braden Hayes. So here is Maxson to Hayes. Hayes pump fake, step back. He's stopped, gets it to Chavon. He puts up a 3, and it rims out. Rebound goes to Silas Dabney. Now here's Logan Bayer coming the other way, here for Fisher. Driving inside. Here is Isaac Dabney, who's back in the game. Now he puts up a corner 3, and it goes. Lead is cut down to 16. 53-37 is the lead. Timeout called by John Shippert. And Fisher, they're starting to cut into this Titan lead just a little bit. John Shippert will take a full timeout. And EPG leading 53-37 here in this third quarter.
Hey, DQ fans, do you want access to exclusive deals? Then download the DQ app and sign up for the DQ rewards today. Not only will you have access to new deals every week, but you can earn DQ points to redeem on your fave eats and treats. The DQ app makes ordering and earning free DQ food just a click away. Plus, you can stay up to date on the latest flavors and easily order your faves with one-click reordering. Just place an order in the DQ app or scan your phone at the register to start earning delicious rewards. Only at DQ in Fairbury and El Paso. Happy tastes good.
Welcome back here to EPG, as for some reason the radio live stream just will not go for us, and so we've just decided to ditch that for tonight. So the only stream available for now is the Ben Webster Sports YouTube live stream, as the Titans leading the Bunnies 53-37 with 2:06 remaining here in the third quarter. Titans will have the ball in the front court coming out of the timeout, as Braden Hayes will get it back into the backcourt off the inbound to Owen Bergquist. Bergquist to Shippert. Andrick Shippert up top to Hayes. Hayes driving inside is going to try and put up a shot. He is fouled, and Braden Hayes will shoot two. A lot of shots put up tonight by Braden Hayes. Don't have an exact number, but if I could have a fairly accurate guess, I would think he has shot at least 20 shots in the game, as he knocks down the first free throw, puts himself up to 16 points. Braden Hayes hasn't had his best game tonight, but you can make the argument that 16 points is always a good game. 17 points now as he goes 2 for 2 from the line. So here's Dabney, Isaac Dabney that is, and trying to get it to the backdoor cut for Unziger, but it's stolen away. Here's Braden Hayes. Hayes gets it back to Andrick Shippert, who's driving inside. He loses it, and it'll be Fisher ball. Minute 39 remaining here in the third. Silas Dabney will inbound here for Fisher. He'll get it in here to Isaac. A minute 35 remaining here in quarter number 3. So here is Isaac Dabney, gets it inside, puts up the floater, no good. Rebounded well by Elijah Webster. Here comes Braden Hayes the other way. Hayes is going to get this to Webster. Webster going to be working on Hurley. Spinning is Webster to the rim and scoring. Elijah Webster now up to 9. And EPG's lead is up to 20. 57-37 the score. So now here is Isaac Dabney. Going to find Sean Unziger, but foul going to be coming against EPG. Andrick Shippert, the likely culprit. But they'll actually call it against Chavon Maxon, his first, team fourth of the quarter, and Javion will check in for his brother. So Chavon with 9 points and 6 rebounds here in this game here for EPG, as the inbound for Fisher goes straight to the corner for Silas Dabney, who is going to be double teamed. Tries to get out of it, but Braden Hayes steals it away. Here comes Braden, who is going to take it coast to coast. No good. Tip in by Webster. 59-37 lead now for EPG, as Webster gets himself up to 11 points on the game and also has 9 rebounds. Blocked by Webster as Fisher tried to get it up at the other end. Nice sequence of plays there for Elijah Webster, as here's Javion at the other end. Under 30 seconds to go here in the third. A Braden Hayes 3 is no good. Rebound by Unziger. Unziger loses it, and we're going to get a foul, as Sean Unziger was bringing it the other way, and that foul going against Andrick Shippert, and Kane Kerfoot will be checking in for the first time tonight for EPG. And Fisher will go to shoot 2 free throws. So Andrew Todd also getting set to come in here for the Bunnies. So 2 free throws coming up here for Sean Unziger here for the Fisher Bunnies. He has 10 as he misses the first free throw, and Kane Kerfoot will check in for Braden Hayes with 22.2 remaining here in the third. Second free throw is good from Unziger, cuts the lead to 21, and Andrew Todd will check in for Silas Dabney. And Trey Grant, who is the leading scorer for the Bunnies, he's been on the bench for a while, but 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Titans leading 59-38. 12 seconds left. here in the quarter. Javion driving inside, lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Andrick Schipper. He puts it up and in. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Here's Isaac Dabney, gonna put it up from half court at the buzzer, and it's off to the right. And so that will end the third quarter as EPG leading 61-38 at the end of 3, as EPG well on their way to their second 80-point game in 3 games. As Titans leading by 23, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the fourth quarter after these messages.
Stop into Pontiac's premier barbecue restaurant, Bob and Ringo's Grill and Smokehouse at 223 West Madison Street. Since 2021, we've been making delicious home-style items like ground steak burgers, hand-cut fries, smoked barbecue. We are happy to provide the community with a family-friendly restaurant and event center for parties and celebrations with exceptional catering services. Bob and Ringo's Grill and Smokehouse personally invites you to stop in for ribs, wings, pulled pork, salads, brisket, and more. Call 815-844-6565.
Now is a good time to tell you guys that EPG's next game is going to be the rivalry this Friday against Fieldcrest, as one of the marquee matchups in the basketball calendar will be coming to you from wherever you are on Route 24 Radio and Ben Webster Sports on YouTube. You will not want to miss that one on Friday, as EPG versus Fieldcrest is always must-see basketball. As the most recent game being in the Titan Center last year, EPG beating Fieldcrest twice in that game, or twice in that season, the first of which in McLean County Tournament semifinals, as EPG start with it to begin the fourth. And Owen Bergquist has it, and he has it tipped away out of bounds, and so EPG will still have it. Owen Bergquist to inbound from right in the corner, right in front of the EPG pep band in attendance tonight. So here's Javion Maxson, gets it to Owen Bergquist. Bergquist to Hempstead. Hempstead driving inside, banks it up and in off the glass, and Jack Hempstead gets 2 more on the board for EPG, and he's now up to 10. Titans have 4 double-digit scorers in the game. So here's Unziger. He's going to get it up top as Isaac Dabney. If Javion had gotten a hold of that, he would have had an easy path to a dunk at the other end, but Javion is going to now be called for a foul against Isaac Dabney as he was trying to drive it inside. Javion picks up his second, team first of the fourth quarter. 3 on its way from Isaac Dabney, and it's good from well outside. 63-41 game. EPG, of course, on top against Fisher, but here is Javion. Gets it to Owen Bergquist. Bergquist back to Kane Kerfoot. Gets it to Owen Adams inside. Adams taking it to the rim is fouled, and Owen Adams will be shooting 2 free throws. Owen Adams, only 2 points for him tonight, but he does have 4 rebounds as well. As the first free throw from Owen Adams is good, and the foul going against Blake Green. His second, team first of the quarter for Fisher, and Siobhan Maxson checks in for Javion. Second free throw from Adams rattles this way in. 65-41 lead for the Titans here in this fourth quarter, as Coach Shippert looking to start to bring on his bench players toward the end of this one, as Sam Starter will check in. Unziger with a corner 3 at the other end, no good. Rebound by Kane Kerfoot. Now here's Chavon bringing it the other way. Chavon driving inside, back out, Kerfoot. Kerfoot driving inside. He's going to be stuck it around the free throw line. Back up top to Hempstead. Now here's Owen Bergquist. Gets it inside to Owen Adams. Adams backing down Green. Adams puts it up, no good. Grabs his own miss, but it's actually tipped around by a couple Fisher players, and it goes out of bounds. And now Sam Starter will check in for Owen Bergquist. No, I was corrected there. It's actually Jack Hempstead who will head to the bench. Inbound goes to Chavon Maxson. Chavon looking around. Chavon is going to get it to the corner for OB. OB to Sam Starter. Starter over to Kerfoot. Now Chavon. Chavon looking around. Chavon driving inside. He's going to stop, and he's going to put up the fadeaway and score. 67 points for the Titans here tonight as they lead 67-41. How about that scoreline? As here is a corner three for Unziger. He's got it. 67-44 here for the EPG Titans. As Sam Starter gets it at the other end. Starter puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled in by Unziger. 2.5 gone here in this fourth quarter as Unziger takes it the other end. He can't get it to go. And Owen Adams is going to get in a tangle, and it will be a foul going the other way. Blake Green picking up his third personal foul, second team foul of the quarter. And we're going to be seeing Ian Ramsey check in here for EPG for the first time tonight on the next dead ball, because EPG have already gotten the basketball back in play. So here's Chavon. Chavon, Titans beating the press from Fisher. As here is Chavon driving inside, puts up the floater, and he gets it to go. Chavon Maxson up to 13 tonight. And now here comes Sean Unziger. Titans leading 69-44, and Zayden Deary will be checking in at the next dead ball along with Ian Ramsey, as here's a three-pointer from the corner from Logan Bayer. 69-47, and not much defense being played in this game from EPG, as they would have conceded more points than they would have wanted here tonight. So here's Chavon. Shane Holderby also going to check in here for EPG, as here is Chavon, puts it up through contact, no foul. Rebounded by Bayer, and Chavon steals it back. Chavon to the rim, scoring 71-47. The 70-plus point games just never end. That's now 3 games in a row in which we've seen a team score 70-plus points here on this YouTube channel. As here is Isaac Dabney. Dabney is going to drive inside, puts up the jumper, no good, rebounded by OB. And a timeout called by John Shippert with 3:55 remaining here in the game, as he does it to get the subs in, and he'll look to talk it over with his subs. And so EPG well on their way to going above 500 as they lead 71-47.
For over 70 years, Brandt has been helping growers achieve better results. They bring the very best seed, crop protection, and nutrient solutions to the farm. Through research and innovation, they help Central Illinois growers implement new practices and improve crop yield and quality. Brandt, professional agriculture. Visit brandt.co for more information.
So we welcome you back to the Titan Center as we have 3:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and EPG leading 71-47 over the Fisher Bunnies. And the last time EPG scored 70 against the Fisher Bunnies was back in 2022 when the two teams played. The Titans destroyed the Bunnies 72-11 in that game. And yes, as you could assume, that were the days of Asa Smith, Jake Funk, and Luke Eilenfeld. Luke Eilenfeld now coaching the 8th grade boys basketball team for the Titan program. As here is Ian Ramsey. He's in the game. He's going to get it over to Kane Kerfoot. Now Shane Holderby. Sam Starter. He's going to look to get it to somebody. Gets it to Shane. Holderby driving baseline. Gets it to Starter, or at least he tries to, as that pass tipped out of bounds by a Fisher player. So EPG will have it on the sideline as Ian Ramsey is going to get it in here to Kane Kerfoot. 3.5 to go here in this game, as the bench players just benching it out here for EPG as Kerfoot drives inside and floats it in. And we're going to see Aiden Moore check in at the next dead ball here for EPG. Driving inside here is Grant. Grant kicks it out. Isaac Dabney with a 3, and he knocks it down. And Fisher has 50 now. Titans leading by 23, 73-50 is the score. Here's Kane Kerfoot getting it to Shane Holderby. Now here's Ian Ramsey driving it inside. He is going to go through a lot of contact, but no foul. Here comes Isaac Dabney the other way here for Fisher. Isaac Dabney is going to lose it, and it goes out of bounds. Now Aiden Moore will check in for Ian Ramsey. And so now a few more Fisher bench players coming in. Silas Dabney is in alongside Luke Hansons. You also have out there Hogan Evans. And you also have Levi Hurley, and you also have number 11, Wyatt Allen. As Fisher get it back, and they are now on offense. Here is Hansons, gets it out here to Wyatt Allen. Allen finding Silas Dabney. Dabney gets it to Hurley, or it's actually going to go to Luke Hansons. As now in the corner you have Hogan Evans. Now here is Allen driving inside. He loses it. Hurley puts it up. No good. Rebound by what almost called Aiden Moore by his brother's name. Aiden Moore with the rebound. And now he's going to bring it at the other end. Kane Kerfoot to Sam Stauder. Back up top, Aiden Moore. Pump fakes to three. Back to Kane Kerfoot. He puts it up and air balls. And a rebound going the way of Fisher and brought the other way by Hogan Evans. Hogan Evans is going to get this here to Luke Hansons. Hansons loses it. Titan ball with 1:36 to play. So the Titans, of course, going to be going to 11-10 when it's all said and done here tonight. And they'll be traveling to Fieldcrest on Friday. It's Aiden Moore and a jumper from Zayden Deary. And he knocks it down. How about that from Zayden Deary? His second straight game of scoring for Zayden Deary. So here is Silas Dabney. He's going to be getting this here to Luke Hansons. Hansons pitches it back here to Silas Dabney. Kick to the corner, and here's a three from Wyatt Allen. It's no good. Rebounded by Hansons, and another three, this time going through from Hogan Evans. 75-53 is the score here in this game. Here's Kane Kerfoot getting it to Shane Holderby. Now Aiden Moore. Moore backs it up to Sam Stauder. Stauder back to Aiden Moore. I'd just take the three if I was him, as he's driving baseline and tries to attempt a Caleb Williams throw with a jump pass, and it just goes out of bounds. So Fisher just looking to make the scoreline more respectable when at the end of the day, as here is Silas Dabney. Silas looking around. He's going to get this here to Hansons. Hansons is going to get it, and a Wyatt Allen three is going to be no good. Rebound by Holderby. Now here comes Kane Kerfoot. Aiden Moore puts up a three. Got it! Aiden Moore is going to be scoring the final 3 points of this game as the EPG Titans win a high-scoring blowout over the Fisher Bunnies, and your EPG Titans are above 500 here in this season as the Titans win this game 78-53. And let's take a look at how it happened. As the EPG Titans with another victory, it is their, I'm losing count of how many wins at this point. It's about 5 in their last 7 at this point. Take that with a grain of salt. Might not be correct, but EPG have been on a roll in recent times, and now they're 11-10 on the year. Chavon Maxon finishes with 15 points and 6 boards. Braden Hayes ends up with the leading scorer title, 17 points and 1 rebound. Elijah Webster with 11 points and 9 boards. Owen Adams finishes with 4 points, 5 boards. Jack Hempstead finishes with 10 points and 2 rebounds. Javion finishes with 10 points. Owen Berquist finishes with 2 points and 4 rebounds. Andrick Shippert finishes with 2 and 2. Kane Kerfoot with 2 and 1. Zayden Deary gets on the score sheet with 2 points, and Aiden Moore finishes with 3 points and 1 board. Meanwhile, for the Bunnies, Trey Grant finishes with 16 points, 4 rebounds. And Sean Unziger finishes with 14 points and 5 boards. Isaac Dabney finishes with 12 and 1. Logan Bayer finishes with 5 and 7. Blake Green finishes with 2 points and 1 board. Andrew Todd finishes with just 1 rebound. Silas Dabney finishes with a board. Luke Hansons with 2 rebounds. And Hogan Evans finishes with 3 points here for the Bunnies. And so that will conclude your coverage of El Paso Gridley basketball on Route 24 Radio tonight as the EPG Titans blow out the Fisher Bunnies in a high-scoring one, 78-53, as the Titans go above 500 on the year. 11-10 are the EPG Titans, and the next time we'll see you will be on Friday, as the Titans will be playing the Fieldcrest Knights. But for now, we say so long here from the Titans Center, and we'll see you Friday. You just listened to El Paso Gridley Titans Sports on Route 24 Radio, sponsored by American Buildings Company of El Paso, Dairy Queen of El Paso and Fairbury, Trajectory Energy Partners, and Common Grounds Cafe and Pie Shop in Gridley. EPG on Route 24 Radio is part of the Cassid Media High School Sports Network, presented by the Heller Stores, Beck's Hybrids, Miller Insurance Agency, Stoller International, Bob and Ringo's Grill and Smokehouse in Pontiac, Gibson Area Hospital and Health Services, Edelman Incorporated, Bank of Pontiac, Brandt, and Dave's Supermarket in Fairbury. Also on the Cassid Media High School Sports Network, catch the Prairie Central Hawks on Fairbury News, Pontiac Indians on Ion Central Illinois, Lexington on Route 24 Radio Facebook Live, and now the Eureka Hornets on the Route24Radio.com live stream. We are your home for high school sports all throughout the school year.